Okay, it is not all sunshine and rainbows, so I want to talk about some of the cons of personal life stuff, like the things you should expect that shouldn't discourage you. You're still on the right track. You still need to do this. One, lack of privacy. Even if they keep everything to themselves, they still know about it. So, like my calendar, for example, everyone's business. My laundry, everyone's business. The books I read, everyone's business. And when I say everyone, I mean my two assistants. But like that's a lack of privacy. There are certain things that I have to be mindful of, like, oh, like don't leave that out, or whatever it might be. Like there's a lack of privacy. If I got certain mail that comes in and I don't want people to see it, don't leave it out. There is an inherent lack of privacy when you have people come into your home. And that's the trade you make. It's a worthwhile trade for me. And I don't have secrets. That's the nice thing, is like, I don't have secrets. Everyone knows everything about me. You guys know everything about me because I put my stuff out on the internet. So like, I don't have secrets. In any area of my life, I'm always very transparent. Everyone knows everything all the time. My friends know everything. My mom knows everything. Everyone knows everybody knows everything about everything going on in my life. I have no privacy anyways, because I'm an open person just by nature. Which is why you guys can like go look online and I share like, oh, here's how much I spent on restaurants today or this month. Like I share everything. But like just keeping in mind, and by the way, that's like a weird thing that's occurred to me is like, ever since I started, I feel like my restaurant budget back when I was married was like $2,500 a month. And it's down to like a few $100s a month because I eat so clean at home. So thinking about that from like a meal prep cooking standpoint, I'm saving so much money because my meals are prepped at home. And I didn't even think about that until right now. But again, this is like how you got to think about like, oh, yes, I'm paying this person whatever per week, $1,000 essentially a month. But I was accustomed to paying $2,500 a month in eating out. Your numbers might be different than mine. You get the point that I'm making. How can you creatively find a way to make this happen is the way you need to be thinking. Okay, so lack of privacy in just every area of your life. And that's why you got to find people who don't comment on it. Like I've had people in the past who will like make comments about certain things and it never felt good. Like they keep their thoughts to themselves. They keep their opinions to themselves. Like they should be seeing what's going on in your home, but not really commenting on what's going on your home, because that really just like, it feels really weird to be on the receiving end of that. And so my good team members know to do that. Okay, here's another thing that will drive me crazy. This drives me absolutely batshit, just beyond bonkers, but it is the way it is. Stuff will never be done exactly the way you want. The way they load the dishwasher, it's like having a husband. The way they load the dishwasher, the way they fold towels, like it's just not going to be done the way you want. Do you want a successful $1 million business, or do you want your towels folded the way you want your towels folded? It's also like, pro tip for anyone who's doing anything to help you, it's never going to be done the way you want, and it's not worth it to micromanage. There are so many things that are done in my home differently than how I would do it if I were running it. And it drives me absolutely bananas. Like absolutely crazy sometimes. Like truly like pushes me to the brink of insanity. Because they'll like, as an example, they are better at organizing my home than I am. So if they go through and like reorganize things, that it will logically make way more sense for the home. But I might be always used to opening this drawer and grabbing this hairbrush. And I go to grab my hairbrush and it's Q-tips, cotton balls, the clean face towels, tiny like other little moisture towelette things. Everything makes sense that it's all in that drawer, right? That makes way more sense and I get used to it and then it's better. But in the intermediary period, I'm always reaching for stuff and never finding it because it got rearranged. If they're going through a period of like spring cleaning, for example, they reorganize things, it's way better. But I have that initial like, where the frick is my hairbrush? Like I can't find it. Like all these different things. I was like, okay, you know what? We want to get real with her. I had to text my assistant and I was like, where is my mustache trimmer? Because I have a little one of those like wireless ones that just like, and I was like, where is it? I am embarrassed I even have to ask you this. Where did you move it to? It was the one in the, like, I'll show you. It's the little like rainbow one. Okay, let me see. I can't even believe we're even talking about this. This is pretend I don't have this. Here we go. This is literally what I texted her a picture of. I was like, it looks like this. Where is it? Because I was filming. And she's like, oh, it's in the drawer. And it made way more sense where it was. But like, That happens. That's a con. Okay. I didn't love having to text my assistant and being like, where is my mustache trimmer? That was not fun for me. It's not fun for me telling you this either, but I'm sharing this so that you can get this out of your system vicariously through me. It's going to happen. And then there's two more things. You have people in your house at inconvenient times. So I like to eat, like if I'm grabbing a quick lunch, I like to just in and out grab it. It's like when you go to the break, when you used, like back when we all used to have jobs, and you like it when you have the break room to yourself, and just as you're sitting down to your lunch, someone else comes in the break room and starts microwaving their fish. It can feel like that, having people in your home sometimes. Sometimes it's inconvenient. You want the privacy of your own home, and they have to finish up their project or whatever else they're doing. Now, they're pretty mindful about that, but if it's in the middle of the day and I'm grabbing lunch, like they're going to be there. And that's just something you trade. I'm pretty used to it now because I've had people coming to my home now since like 2019, I think 2020. So I'm used to it at this point, but it's a thing. Like your home is not quite your own when they're working because they're working, and that's fine. That's their job. That's what they're supposed to do, but it's just different. And especially for me, I'm in a 3-bedroom apartment, so it's smaller. So I'm really aware when they're in the house. And then this is the fourth thing. And this is something like maybe I would do differently if I were to do it again. I talked about all the help that I had pretty early on, and it was just very unusual and even to this day, I'll get comments, opinions, and curiosity from nosy relatives. They don't mean, at least my relatives don't mean badly at all. They're fascinated by it. I would be fascinated by it. I get it. I'm not offended by it. Like, it doesn't bother me. It's just like, okay, yes, let's talk about this again with you. And let's talk about, like, let's answer this question again with this, whoever. But I get it, right? Like, they're all older relatives, typically women. And I'm doing something very different, especially in my family. And so I'm not offended by it, but if you're easily offended, you would probably be offended by some of the questions I've gotten asked. So lots of comments, lots of opinions, lots of curiosity from relatives who are just very interested in what this looks like. And I just let it be. I don't let it bother me, because it really doesn't bother me. But like, they don't know how to handle it. When I say, yeah, I haven't, like they say, oh, so like they come and do dishes. I'm like, yeah, like that's the job. Or like, oh, okay, so like you don't go grocery shopping? I'm like, no, I actually don't. And they don't know how to handle it. Like, it's their uncomfortness that then kind of like is tempted to make me uncomfortable, but I've just had enough experience now. But if you're new to this, you might then get very comfortable because they're uncomfortable. So maybe don't talk about this with your relatives for a while. It's kind of my takeaway here is like, just let the dishes be done and let them go about let everybody go about their business. And you're just quietly working on your business. It's a much classier move anyways. I think that's where I like learned the hard way. Is like, you don't need to tell all your relatives what you're doing all the time. That's something I've learned. So what I want to do now is I want to walk you through a process of this case study. So basically how this person came on board, how I found them, how I came on board, what tasks I gradually offboarded to them, and what that whole process looked like so you can visualize this personal life thing that we're doing here.